Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Financial Podcast. I'm Olivia, your host, and today we're going to delve into a fascinating incident that recently captured headlines, not just in aviation circles, but one that offers a profound look into the intricate world of operational risk, financial oversight, and the true cost of unexpected disruptions in large-scale enterprises. It's a story that perfectly illustrates how a seemingly small miscalculation can trigger a cascade of challenges, impacting everything from logistical chains to brand reputation, and ultimately, the bottom line. So, let's buckle up. Today, we're dissecting a very real-world scenario that unfolded on June 2nd, 2025, involving an American Airlines flight, AA-780, which departed from Philadelphia with Naples, Italy as its intended destination. This flight was supposed to be a routine transatlantic journey, a direct route connecting two vibrant cities, serving a popular seasonal travel market. However, as the aircraft approached the Italian coastline, something entirely unforeseen by the passengers and indeed by many within the airline's operational framework began to unfold. Roughly 70 to 124 miles from its destination, over the picturesque Tyrrhenian Sea, the pilots of American Airlines flight AA-780 were faced with a stark and immediate reality. The Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner they were commanding was not permitted to land at Naples. Imagine the scene. Passengers anticipating their arrival, perhaps already catching glimpses of the Italian landscape below, only to have their journey abruptly rerouted. The aircraft, instead of continuing its descent into Naples, made an unexpected turn, redirecting course towards Rome Fiumicino Airport, approximately 124 miles away. This wasn't a diversion due to adverse weather conditions, which are common and often anticipated factors in aviation. The weather in Naples that day was perfectly clear. Instead, the root cause was a fundamental mismatch between the aircraft type and the destination airport's infrastructure capabilities. American Airlines typically operates its Philadelphia to Naples route using a smaller variant of the Dreamliner, the Boeing 787-8. However, on this particular day, for reasons the airline cited as operational limitations, a larger Boeing 787-9 was deployed. Now, you might wonder, what's the big difference between a 787-8 and a 787-9? They look very similar, share the same wingspan, and are both part of the Dreamliner family. But here's where the technical specifics become financially significant. The Boeing 787-9 is approximately 20 feet longer than its 787-8 counterpart. This seemingly minor difference in fuselage length has major implications for an airport's rescue and firefighting services, or RFFS category. Naples International Airport is classified as a Category 8 RFFS airfield, which means it is equipped to handle aircraft of a certain size and length, specifically those classified under Category 8, like the 787-8. The longer 787-9, however, requires a Category 9 RFFS, a level of emergency preparedness that Naples Airport simply does not meet. This distinction, while highly technical, is absolutely critical for aviation safety and regulatory compliance. It's a hard operational barrier. Attempting to land an aircraft requiring a higher RFFS category at an airport not certified for it would be a severe breach of safety protocols and could carry immense risks. So the diversion to Rome was, from a safety and regulatory standpoint, an unavoidable decision once the oversight was recognized. But from a financial perspective, it's where the costs start to accumulate. The immediate consequence for the passengers was an unexpected and inconvenient journey by bus from Rome to Naples, a trip that consumed over 2 hours and covered approximately 145 miles. Think about the direct financial costs associated with this. The airline had to charter multiple buses, pay for drivers, fuel, and manage the logistics of transferring potentially hundreds of fatigued passengers from one city to another after an 8-hour transatlantic flight. This isn't a small expense, especially when multiplied by the number of affected individuals and the unexpected nature of the arrangement. Beyond these direct costs, there's the significant strain on customer relations and brand reputation. Passengers who had meticulously planned their travels were subjected to delays and uncertainty. While American Airlines issued an apology, the frustration and inconvenience experienced by travelers can erode trust and loyalty. In the competitive airline industry, passenger experience is a vital component of a company's perceived value and ultimately its ability to attract and retain customers. While American Airlines, being a non-EU carrier, is not subject to the European Union's strict EU 261 compensation rules for this flight, as it departed from the US, the indirect costs of diminished goodwill can be substantial in the long run. Negative public perception can lead to reduced bookings, loss of market share, and increased marketing spend to counteract bad press. Now, let's talk about the operational recovery, which also comes with its own financial implications. After landing in Rome, the diverted 787-9 couldn't just sit idly. American Airlines had to reconfigure its aircraft deployment. The 787-9 was reassigned to operate a scheduled Rome to Chicago flight, typically flown by a 787-8. This seemingly clever swap aimed to minimize broader network disruption. However, because of crew duty hour limitations, stringent regulations designed to ensure pilot and cabin crew rest and safety, the 787-8 that was originally intended for the Rome to Chicago route could not immediately be ferried to Naples to operate the return flight to Philadelphia. This meant an overnight stay for the crew in Rome and an additional 38-minute unplanned flight the following day to reposition the correct aircraft to Naples. This cascading effect reveals layers of financial strain. Every hour an aircraft is not flying its scheduled revenue-generating route, it represents an opportunity cost. Fuel is consumed for the repositioning flight, crew expenses for the overnight stay are incurred, and the intricate dance of aircraft and crew scheduling is thrown into disarray. For an airline managing hundreds of flights globally, such a disruption, if not contained swiftly, could have spiraling effects across its network, leading to further delays, cancellations, and more financial penalties. It highlights the immense financial value tied to precise scheduling and fleet management. This incident serves as a critical case study in operational risk management. How does an airline, a sophisticated logistical machine, make such an oversight? Aviation experts and enthusiasts quickly pointed fingers, suggesting a breakdown in internal communication or a failure in the airline's flight planning systems. It underscores the vital importance of robust, intelligent software systems and rigorous manual checks that prevent such mismatches. Ideally, a modern airline's dispatch software should automatically flag aircraft to airport compatibility issues, preventing the assignment of an unsuitable plane to a specific route. The cost of investing in these advanced systems, in comprehensive training for dispatchers and flight crews, and in continuous auditing of operational procedures is a significant upfront expenditure. However, this incident starkly demonstrates that the cost of not investing in these preventative measures can far outweigh the initial outlay. The financial fallout from this single error, covering passenger transfers, aircraft repositioning, crew expenses, and the intangible costs of reputational damage, serves as a stark reminder of the financial value of meticulous operational planning and foresight. Furthermore, this event shines a spotlight on the evolving dynamics of international air travel and airport infrastructure. As airlines increasingly deploy larger, more fuel-efficient wide-body jets, like the 787-9, to meet growing travel demand and optimize capacity on popular international routes, smaller and mid-size airports, like Naples International Airport, face increasing pressure to modernize their infrastructure. Upgrading an airport's RFS capabilities from Category 8 to Category 9 involves substantial investment in specialized equipment, personnel training, and potentially even runway or taxiway modifications. For airports, this presents a significant capital expenditure decision. Do they invest in upgrades to accommodate larger aircraft, thereby opening up new revenue streams from increased traffic and larger airlines? Or do they maintain their current classification, potentially limiting their growth potential and alienating carriers seeking higher capacity? This is a strategic financial decision with long-term implications for regional economic development and tourism. The American Airlines diversion underscores that this isn't just a theoretical debate for airport authorities, it's a tangible issue impacting real-world operations and the financial viability of routes. The incident also highlights a broader trend within the aviation industry, the balancing act between aircraft efficiency, airport capability, and passenger convenience. Airlines are constantly striving to maximize the efficiency of their fleets, deploying the most suitable aircraft for specific routes to optimize fuel burn and passenger capacity. However, this optimization must be rigorously aligned with the operational limitations of every airport in their network. Any disconnect in this alignment can lead to costly operational disruptions, as seen in this case. For investors and financial analysts, this incident offers valuable insights into assessing an airline's operational resilience and risk management framework. An airline that consistently experiences such preventable disruptions, even if seemingly minor, may indicate underlying systemic weaknesses that could impact its long-term profitability and competitive standing. It's not just about the quarterly earnings, but about the robustness of their operational control, their IT infrastructure, and their ability to adapt to complex, dynamic environments. These are all factors that can influence investor confidence and stock performance. In conclusion, the American Airlines flight diversion from Naples to Rome was far more than just a logistical hiccup. It was a potent reminder of the multifaceted financial implications of operational oversights in the aviation industry. From the direct costs of passenger ground transportation and aircraft repositioning to the intangible expenses of reputational damage and the strategic investment decisions facing airports, every aspect of this incident has a financial dimension. It underscores the critical importance for large organizations to meticulously plan, invest in robust systems, and maintain clear communication channels across all operational departments to mitigate risks and protect their financial stability. For us, it's a compelling case study on the financial value of getting the details right. Thank you for joining me on the Financial Podcast today. I hope this deep dive has provided you with a clearer understanding of the financial intricacies behind even seemingly straightforward operational challenges. Join me next time for more insights into the world where finance meets reality. Goodbye for now.